Let's start with what is dark psychology. Sometimes people speak nicely to you, but after the conversation, you feel confused, maybe even a little hurt. They didn't say anything wrong, but still, something felt off. You wonder if it's your fault. And slowly, you stop trusting yourself. That quiet confusion is where dark psychology begins. Dark psychology is the hidden side of human behavior. It's when people use words, emotions, or actions to control others without them even realizing it. It's not always loud or obvious. In fact, it works best when it stays unnoticed. These tricks can be used to hurt people or to protect yourself. It all depends on who's using them and why. Knowing these methods doesn't make you manipulative. It gives you power, the kind of power that helps you see what's really going on around you. Because the truth is, people use dark psychology more often than you think. Why it's necessary to learn dark psychology. Not everyone around you has good intentions. Some people smile at you while quietly manipulating you behind the scenes. They play with your emotions, twist your words, and make you question your own memory. You try to stay kind, thinking things will improve, but the more kind you are, the more they take. This is where dark psychology becomes not a luxury, but a necessity. Understanding dark psychology doesn't mean you become cold or manipulative. It means you no longer walk through life blind. You start noticing patterns. You begin to see why some people always want control, why they love creating emotional confusion, and why they never accept their own faults. When you understand these patterns, you stop falling into traps. You stop thinking, "What did I do wrong?" and start realizing this is how they operate. Learning dark psychology is not about hurting others. It's about self-protection, emotional intelligence, and mental health. When you know how people manipulate, you can avoid emotional abuse. You can keep your boundaries strong without feeling guilty. You can stand in a room full of clever liars and not lose your calm. Without this knowledge, you keep repeating the same painful cycles at work, in relationships, and even in family. But once you begin to understand how dark influence works, things shift. Your confidence grows quietly. Your silence becomes stronger. Your eyes start seeing through words, and your heart stops reacting to every small game. This knowledge doesn't make you less kind. It makes your kindness stronger, because now it is protected. The difference between psychology and dark psychology. Most people think psychology is about helping others, about understanding emotions, treating trauma, improving relationships. And that's true. Psychology at its core is the study of how the mind works, how people feel, think, behave, and respond to life. It's used in therapy, in schools, in workplaces. It's used to build better mental health, guide self-improvement, and bring balance to someone's life. But dark psychology, that's something different. Dark psychology is not about healing. It's about control. It's the same knowledge of the human mind, but used in a very different way. Instead of using emotional intelligence to build someone up, dark psychology uses it to break someone down. It targets the weak points. It finds emotional patterns, and it uses that understanding not to support, but to manipulate. This is the major difference. Psychology listens. Dark psychology studies you quietly. Psychology helps people understand their emotions. Dark psychology uses those emotions to push you in a specific direction without you even realizing. For example, if someone knows you're afraid of being abandoned, they'll show you intense attention in the beginning. Then slowly, they'll start pulling it away, so you keep chasing it. That's not random behavior. That's calculated manipulation. That's dark psychology. It's often used in toxic relationships, in high-pressure workplaces, in politics, in marketing, even in friendships that feel draining and confusing. And here's the truth, if you don't learn to recognize it, you'll blame yourself. You'll think you're overreacting. You'll keep giving the benefit of the doubt to someone who is, in fact, using emotional abuse as a weapon. When you start seeing the difference, your mental health begins to recover. You stop repeating unhealthy patterns. You become more grounded. You begin true self-improvement, not from a place of desperation, but from clarity. Psychology builds connection. Dark psychology builds control. And unless you can spot the difference, you stay stuck. But once you do, you take the power back. Ethical use of dark psychology versus toxic use. Let's pause for a moment and ask something honest. Is dark psychology always evil? The word dark makes it sound dangerous, like it can only be used to hurt people, but that's not the full story. Just like fire can cook or burn, dark psychology can be used in two ways, ethical or toxic. The difference lies in the intent. When someone uses emotional intelligence and psychological tools to protect themselves, to set strong boundaries, or to navigate manipulation, that's not evil. That's wisdom. That's survival. That's the ethical use of dark psychology. For example, if someone learns how to identify toxic patterns and mirror back behavior to expose manipulation, that's a defense. If someone knows how to read a room, control the energy, and guide conversations for mutual benefit, not deception, that's strategic power. That's not toxic. That's smart. But the toxic use, that comes from a very different place. It comes from ego, insecurity, and the desire to control others. In the toxic form, dark psychology becomes a game of emotional abuse. It's not about protecting yourself. It's about making others feel small, confused, dependent, or powerless. It's not strategy. It's control. It's not leadership. It's domination. Someone might use guilt to manipulate. They might play the victim to win sympathy. They might use praise to trap you, then take it away to punish you. That's not emotional intelligence. That's emotional warfare. The ethical path is rooted in self-improvement, mental health, and awareness. It says, I understand these tactics, so I'm not fooled by them. I won't allow them to control me, and if needed, I can respond with the same strength without crossing the line. The toxic path doesn't care where the line is. It uses these tools to gain power, even at the cost of someone else's well-being. And this is why learning dark psychology is not about becoming manipulative. It's about recognizing manipulation, understanding emotional abuse, and building emotional strength. That's self-defense. That's clarity. So before using any psychological tactic, ask, am I trying to control or protect? Am I building trust or twisting it? That's the line between ethical and toxic. And every time you choose the ethical side, you become more powerful without becoming dangerous. Final words. Understanding dark psychology is not about becoming cold or manipulative. It's about becoming conscious of the games people play, of the emotional patterns that silently control relationships, and of the strength that comes when you no longer react blindly. When you know what dark psychology is, when you recognize its tools, and when you use them ethically, you are not just protecting yourself, you're reclaiming your mind. Stay aware, stay calm, and never let someone else's tactics take away your emotional intelligence, your mental health, or your self-worth. If this helped bring you clarity, subscribe. There's more to uncover.